I really didn't want to make this into a two-part video. I didn't plan for it, I swear. But every time I read such an article, I wonder, what do normal people think about this? What would they say if they read something like this? And you usually cannot tell because they don't have comment sections. And after I finished making my video, I found out that this has a comment section. And it's not closed. So Chikushi, so we're going to read some comments from normal people. And before we begin, I would like to point out that I found something that I missed the first time I made this video. One of the reasons they hate the idea of the nuclear family is that it genders, nationalizes, and races people. It makes us believe we are individuals. They hate individuality because communism is collectivist. You know what I really don't like? That a lot of people in the West always had individuality, and they do not know to appreciate it because it was always there. They cannot fathom what it is to live in a society where individuality is robbed from you, where every single person wears the same clothes, where every single apartment looks the same, where every single person is forced to think the same thing. Being an individual is a concept. It doesn't mean like you are one person. Like, no one can take that away. That is a biological fact. We are all one people. But it refers to the philosophy, to the way of thinking that you are in control of your own life. And as such, you are responsible and are held responsible by the decisions you are making. It says that you have a duty to yourself and to your family first and foremost. Communism wants to rob people of that. They want people to just have a duty to the state and to the party, and to think the way the party wants them to think, to not be in control of their destiny. The party tells them what they need to do. It is an absolutely horrible way of living. I would not wish it upon anyone. Anyone that wants it doesn't really know what they're going to get. But anyway, right, this is just a by the by. That I forgot to mention in the first one. So apparently this one has a comment section which seems to have been closed. And as you can notice, these comments are 16 days ago, way before I made the video, so it's not like I had any influence over who is commenting here. And some people are also pointing out that one of the reasons they publish such outrageous articles is to get clickbait. Because then they can justify to their donors that they do have traffic and that they are viable. Like, give us money because look, we're reaching a lot of people. I don't know if that's the case or not, but surely I would not put it behind them. So you got Sergio Diaz Baeza. Abolish the family. You are sick, you will fail. 68 upvotes. Yeah, I mean, I look at other socialist nations that tried the similar experiment. You don't really get to abolish the family, but what you can is for people to pretend in society that they don't care about the family. Like, people will say the correct things in order to not get punished, but deep inside, the family is a biological tie. You cannot get rid of it. The only thing that you can do is what the USSR tried to do, and I guess Nazi Germany to an extent tried to do the same. To get the parents to work as much as possible, 11, 12 hours a day in the factory, and to have the kids go to these schools where it's a school that I went to when I was a kid. It wasn't during communism, but it maintained the same system. You would go during the morning at 7 a.m. and you would stay there until 8 p.m. You would get 3 meals a day. You would have a place where you take a nap. And there was like lots of propaganda, lots and lots of state-based propaganda for the children. So I guess like that is one of the ways that they can try to distance the children from the family. It's absolutely horrible. And the child becomes a living, breathing microphone into your house. If you say something to your wife that is against what the party wants you to hear, then the child can reproduce that at school and get you into trouble. So a lot of people were actually afraid of their own children during communism. Anything to rationalize your bullshit. Again, like these are like random people. I didn't send them here. Again, it's 16 days before I even decided to make this video. I was even unaware that they have a comment section. But I like the fact that a lot of people get it. In place of the family, the state under the progressive facade, the inner fascist wants to control everyone. If you go on Wikipedia and you Google red fascism, that is what the historians of the time were calling the USSR. That was like a bipartisan issue. Every Trotskyist to every Ayn Rand follower would call the USSR red fascism. Because ideologically, they claim to oppose fascism. Ideologically, they want to move themselves away from it. But in practice, when you look at how they implement their ideology, wasn't very different to the same machinations that fascist countries would operate their ideology. Sad people, no standards, nothing to live for or believe in. Jesus has a home for everyone. You need only to knock at his door. So I really didn't like religious people, but lately I'm starting to adore them because I think religious people keep these crazies away. So if I surround myself with religious people, I get to keep myself safe from the communists. And anything that keeps the communists away from me is a good thing. So I'm definitely going to support religion from now. I'm going to donate to the church when this is done. Yeah, because this totally makes sense. When people need to hunker down and take care of one another, we need to shove everyone into a huge blob. Oh, and there's the whole nation about how all this defies basic human nature. And if communism has shown us anything, is that it never ends well. Nice try, Pol Pot. Is there like no one that actually tries to defend the author? Like, this is why censorship exists, by the way. I definitely believe 100% of my heart that this is why you get to see censorship. These ideas cannot survive. Normal people do not accept them. If you have a socialist going on a stage and ranting and raving about, how he's going to give everyone free stuff, and then people read the final print, they're not going to accept them. Like, you have a capitalist and a socialist, and one of them tells you that they're going to rob away your individuality, they're going to take away your right to sell your labor to whomever you want, they're going to take away this, take away that, and the state is going to look out for you from now on. Most people are going to go no. So they need censorship. They need to censor the capitalists. They need to censor the alternative so that they are the only possible option. But apparently they can't. Like, even with all the censorship, deep inside, people still are resisting this nonsense. And when it comes time to vote, they don't vote socialist. And they're like, oh, how did this happen? Like, I went on Twitter, and on Twitter, everyone was with me. Yeah, because you banned all the normal people, all the normies. It's sad that you hate God, ordained family unit. Moderators, there is too much revolting spam in this comment section to flag it. There is not even an attempt to discuss the article. So here you go. Here you go, like clockwork. Like clockwork. I haven't read this comment section, okay? This is the first time I read it. And here you go. A person asking for censorship. It's like, what do you want people to say? Like, they disagree with the premise. Like, discuss the article. Like, you want to destroy the family unit. There is nothing to discuss. People don't want you. Like, there are no arguments on the face of the earth that you can bring that will go against basic bitch biology. There is nothing that will convince me that I need to treat a stranger better or the same like I treat my mother. You will never manage to get that. Ever. Like, I will care about my mom more than I care about a stranger, and I expect other people to feel the same. To care about their mom more than they care about me. It's normal. And then they go on, and it's like ad hominem after ad hominem attack on the author. I haven't seen it, but communism and Nazism is going to get attacked by normal people. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. Like, you are the ones that brought the idea of no platforming bigots. Well, communists fall under the bigotry category, just like Nazis. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Some of which contain threats of violence. Motherfucker, I can make the argument that you want to abolish the family unit, and other people can find that as a threat of violence. Please enforce the guidelines. The comments should not only be removed, but perpetrators should be prevented from commenting here. Yeah, so again, this is a website called Open Democracy. And when they actually have democracy, when people actually have their input, and the majority are telling them to fuck up, we need to ban the majority. I love the way that they are manipulating language. this has nothing to do with open democracy. It's like, I suppose you could name it closedtyranny.org or .net or whatever. Thanks for injecting some sanity into the discussion. Sorry, my bad. I missed a comment. Yes, BC, and what did you contribute in Force Rules? Some contribution. How about an intelligent, informed opinion of what you think about the article? Never mind the social media dignity demanded. Thank you for injecting some sanity into this discussion. I'm fortunate in that I'm close to my siblings and their children, have a loving relationship with my wife and daughter, and with my sons from a previous marriage, and I am looking forward to the arrival of my second grandchild any day now. So for me, the family is a happy and supportive institution. But I know for many, it is far from that. Well, motherfucker, you know, like, this is the core of the issue, right? The articles say it makes us believe we're individuals. Like, of course, for you, it works. And for many people, it works. So why not just let it up to the individual to decide how they feel about the family unit? Maybe another family has a mother that is an alcoholic and beats the kids. And, you know, I don't expect that person to love their mom the same way that I do. I wouldn't, like, want to get myself involved into that personal relationship. But that is the thing what the article is asking for. They're asking for, because some people aren't having functioning families, then no one should have a family, so we're all equal. That is just beyond insane. And of course people are going to act in a negative way to this, because no one agrees with it. It's like, you cannot look at how a certain group of a population behave and then impose that behavior on everyone without any discussion, without any input, and just think that, no, we're in the right, we're smart, you're dumb, you do what we tell you to do. That is what this article really is about. So anyway, right, sorry for making this a two-part video. I'm going to go finish playing Resident Evil now for Billy. Billy is the guy that kept giving me super chats, asking me when I'm going to finish Resident Evil. Now, Billy, now I'll finish it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.